The next feature of the flash, these flashes are crazy, right? It's like, why so many features? The next feature of the flash is first curtain sync or second curtain sync. Oh yeah, that's okay. First curtain sync and second curtain sync. It's a good topic. Oh, it's a good topic for sure. It's a topic that I use heavily at all my jobs. For 95% of my exposures, I'm gonna use first curtain sync. Let me explain what the difference is. First curtain sync, when the shutter opens, it's going to basically fire right away, and then the exposure is made, and then it closes the shutter, right? That's great. So if you want people, if you just want to do regular exposures, you just flash, the exposure opens, the flash fires, the exposure closes, there's your exposure. Perfect. But if you want to bring in the ambience of the location, so if you want to make it look like you never used the flash at all, you probably should use second curtain sync, because what that does, the exposure opens, takes the picture, and when the picture's done and the exposure's done, right before it closes, the flash will fire at the very, very end. So let's say you're shooting at, if you're shooting at fast shutter speeds, anything faster than, say, 80th of a second, okay? If you're shooting at 80th of a second, it's a pretty fast exposure. First curtain sync is going to be probably your go-to. It's just going to be 80. It's going to be like, it's going to be really fast, fires, and then it closes the exposure, right? If you're shooting at 60th of a second or 40th of a second, it's because you're trying to bring in the ambient light into the exposure. If you want to do that, you're going to blur. You're going to do camera shake. It's going to blur the people in front of you. But if the flash fires at the very last second and it freezes them, you get to keep the ambience and your subjects are frozen, are still. Is that confusing to anyone? Is that totally clear? So in the first one, if you're shooting at slow shutter speed, let's say 1/40th, because you want to bring in the ambience of the location, and then you fire the flash at the exact time that the shutter opens, then it's going to take 40th of a second before the shutter closes. That's a lot of time, especially if you're hand holding it. You could very easily shake the camera, you could sneeze, you could do whatever. Okay, I always have a sneezing problem in slow shutter speeds. It's like slow shutter speed, achoo! Okay, I don't know what that was. Moving on. So if you're in a slow shutter, let me just show you a slow shutter here. Here's 20th of a second. Just listen to that sound. Microphone. It's like, right? If it fires, the flash fires right away, and then if you move the camera in that 40th of a second, you're just going to have blurry everything. But if you want to shoot, for example, again, receptions or moody portraits at a bar or at a hotel lobby, I just put it in second curtain sync. Then I use my slow shutter is going to bring in the ambient light into my sensor. And I'm not going to worry about the subjects being blurry, even though I'm a very slow shutter, because the flash is going to fire at the very last second before the exposure closes, and it's going to freeze them. Is that cool? So, what's that?
I would just say, that's like awesome.
It is awesome because it's extremely useful.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm going to do, let's do a first curtain sync. So I'm going to do a first curtain sync and she's going to blur at 20th of a second. All right, can you walk a little bit slowly? Walk left and right. Okay, start coming this way. Look at the camera, smile, say hello. Just kidding. Okay, good. Blurry. I'm at 20th of a second on my shutter speed, if you're wondering. And if you can tell, she's blurry on that side of her face, okay? It's not gonna work. Now we're gonna go to second curtain sync, and we're gonna put the flash to fire at the very last second before the shutter closes. That little light will go poof, and it will freeze her. And then even though we're at 20th of a second, she will be totally frozen, okay? So let's walk again slowly. Oops, try it again. Sorry. Ready, go? Good. Oh, man. Well, maybe I'm too slow, but it should be more in focus. Oh, sorry, do it again. Okay, wow, stupid thing. Your flash needs to be pointed at the person that you're shooting. That really does help. Like I was pointing at the roof, it's not freezing anything but the roof. The roof's already frozen. All right, ready? 1, 2, go. There we go, jeez. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna make the flash more powerful. The more powerful the flash, the more freezing capabilities it will have. Okay, so try it again. Okay, look at it now. I put more flash power and it froze her better. Frozen completely, right? Now let's do something really stupid. Let's go to like 1/10 of a second. So that's super, super, super slow. But now we're going to increase the flash power and we're going to zoom the flash head to make it more punchy, okay? Okay. I'm just zooming the flash head to 70. Ready, go. Okay, try it one more time. That's totally funny. Okay, ready, go. Okay. Take a look at this. I'm at 1/10 of a second. So the side that's farther away from the flash, blurred, but the side that got hit by the flash first, froze. So this is pretty much in focus. That's totally out of focus. Isn't that funny how her face has only 4 inches of distance, and because the far away side is farther from the light, it freezes that side of the face, but not this side of the face? Totally weird. And I'm pushing the limits. I'm at 1/10 of a second, okay? So, cool. This is important at receptions. If people are dancing and you want to keep the ambience, I lower my shutter speed to like 45th of a second, and then the ambient light comes in, and then everyone is frozen in the dance floor. They're all like, shh, and it's like super ambient. If you're shooting, you don't want to shoot receptions where you flash and you flatten the whole scene. All that money people spend on flowers and light and decor just goes out the window that way. So you can go a slow shutter speed, as long as you're not like 3 seconds, you know, just something reasonable, like 40th, 60th, you should be able to freeze everyone and keep the ambience going. A lot to take in on a segment on Speedlights, but throughout the day today, I'm going to be applying everything we're talking about, and all these things will start to make more sense throughout the day. I just have to kind of explain them, and then we'll kind of put them in, we'll apply them.